Hi, Jocelyn with Wolters World, and today I'm going to answer probably our most asked question, which is, how do you keep your kids from misbehaving on the plane? So first and foremost, start your kids traveling early and keep them traveling, and then they'll never know any different, and everything will be just fine. First and foremost, we started our kids traveling at 6 weeks of age. They both started flying, whether it was abroad or domestically. They were flying early, and we've continued to do it all through their lives, so they have no idea of anything different. And sitting for 7 hours isn't as big a deal to them as it is to most kids. But I realize that's not the case for everyone, and we still have to keep our kids occupied. So I'm going to go through how we pack a backpack for them. And first I want to start by saying, make sure that the backpack is something they are able to carry. It shouldn't be overweight because they need to be responsible for their own stuff. You have enough headaches worrying about your tickets and your passports and, going through customs and all the other things. So make them carry their stuff, keep the backpack light. The first thing are these they're like $5 headphones I got in the dollar aisle at Target. I bought, I think, 6 pair because when you go on the airplane with the kids, the headphones never fit the little ones. So I bought these. They're really cheap. If they lose them or they break them, I'm not that concerned about it, and I got reserves. So that's number one, and that's an easy one. So the second thing I have my kids carry is a toiletry kit. There are some diaper wipes, just because wet wipes are always a good thing to have. There's some antibacterial wipes because sometimes traveling is gross. And there's a potty topper because toilets are always gross on trains, planes, whatever. They're nasty. And I don't want my children sitting on them. So also I have just some Kleenex because you never know if your kids are mopping up spills or noses. And there's always an extra pair of underwear just in case anything were to happen. And actually, I've used the extra pair of underwear more for them spilling on themselves than for the other things. So that's that. Third, I have a little bag full of junky toys from the dollar store. There are Legos that I bought at the dollar store. There's some little ninja guy. Each kid gets 2 army guys, one for each hand, and then they can fight each other and they can set up stuff and have a whole little game. And they each get a little car. Keeps little hands busy. And the 8-year-old plays pretty well with the 4-year-old with all that stuff, so that's pretty cool. So it's also a good idea to kind of give them 1 or 2 toys that are old standbys that they know and they love, and then a couple of these new things that are from the dollar store and whatnot. So you got something to keep them interested, but you've also got something that's kind of comforting from home. Next, we take crayons and clicker pencils because clicker pencils never break. Nor do twistable crayons. These are great because otherwise, there's no crying over broken crayons. So there's that. And those are used in all of these little activity pads. There's kind of a blank notebook for drawing or coloring or whatnot. This is some sticker by number. Came from the dollar store. By the way, the dollar store is your best friend for this stuff. Activity pad. This is stickers because the 4-year-old's really big into stickers. Coloring book. So they got kind of everything to keep them occupied, and you can do this stuff with them, which is really great. You start coloring together, and it calms them down pretty quickly. Okay, so then we also always take a book that we read to the kids, whether it's on the plane or at night in the hotel to kind of wind down, kind of keep that bedtime routine good. And it's usually a larger chapter book that we read to them, and maybe the older one reads a page here and there. The oldest, all the same kind of stuff. And a lot of it's matching things so that they can play together. So he's got the same kind of toiletry kit, and he's got the Twistables too. He's got older books, like Sudoku, and he's got another book that he's just reading himself right now and another plain thing. And he's also got a journal. So this is a great thing to do with your kids. Have them start writing about their travels, because I'm pretty sure when Caleb's 25 and he looks back and he sees, his trip to Iceland when he was 8, or, his trip to China when he was 5, and he gets to see all those things, it'll be really amazing. So anyway, none of this stuff adds up to a whole lot of weight. And so I keep the toiletry kit in the outside pocket where it's easily accessible, because those are emergency sort of things. And the rest just sort of gets stuffed in the back, and it's super lightweight. And it'll keep them busy. And, you know, there's always the DS and the PSP and the iPad and all that. And we bring one or two of those occasionally too. But we adults usually carry those just because, one, they add a lot of weight. And two, that way we can control, one, how much time they have on it. And two, how much they do or do not fight over it. Good idea for them both to have something, some kind of electronic, and then swap every so often. So there you go. That's how we keep our kids occupied on airplanes, trains, cars, buses, ships, all of the above. So if you'd like more information on traveling with your kids, please check us out at our website, www.woltersworld.com. And of course, we are on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and all the stuff.
Hey, show us your carry-on bags. So here's Liam with his. So Liam, show us your backpack. So, see, he's got his on, all ready to go with his toys and his fun stuff. So he's ready for the flight. Caleb, how about your backpack? How is it? Oh, good. It makes a good resting spot, doesn't it? Yep, so they got all their stuff ready. Mom, any last minute words of advice for taking kids on their carry-ons on the plane?
Make them light so they can carry them themselves. Make them carry them. Our kids,
even if they complain, gotta carry.
Our kids started it at 3 years old, and they haven't stopped. And it gives them a good buy-in. So give them some responsibility, but make sure they can handle it.
Yeah. So you want to say bye-bye? Have a good flight.
Bye-bye, booger head.
He does not speak for all Wolters World people with booger heads. We appreciate all our fans. You want to say bye? Say bye, have a good flight.
Bye, have a good flight.
Right.
Bye, booger head.
Say love you, Zane.
Bye, booger head.
So have a safe flight with your kids, and we'll see you at woltersworld.com. Bye from Lisbon.